So I'm here at the Bronco, and wow, I got curious. This is a patch that was right there where I can stick my hand through. Rust. I knew this thing was going to have some rust issues before I bought it. This is all rust in here, and then you get down to the good metal right there, but this whole quarter panel is just filled in with Bondo, and I knew that already. Some more Bondo here. Just trying to get it all chipped away to determine if I'm gonna have to end up replacing those lower quarter panels, which I can do. It's kind of expensive, but I can do it. Just depends on if I want to restore this thing or if I want to turn it into a crawler. It might be cheaper to turn it into a crawler. But I did a little stabbing over here, and it's not quite as bad, but if you get real close, you can see where it was pretty rusty, and looks like someone just kind of ground it down enough that they could fit some Bondo all in. You can see where the Bondo's all broken in here. Like I said, these lower quarter panels can be replaced. All you have to do is just break all this crap out, and then you've got a line right there, and just saw it off with a Sawzall, and then you would weld the new ones in. I think these doors are pretty solid, but the only way to really know is hit it with some Bond with a screwdriver. Yeah, that's Bondo. I'll have to pick at that one a little bit more. You know, the best way really is to get a magnet. I don't know where my magnet is, but door feels like it's mostly solid. I'm not too worried about doors. They're if I turn it into a crawler, they're gonna disappear probably anyway, or at least somewhat. Yeah, there's a chunk of rust right there under that fender. Now the fenders, they had originally out of the factory, I did some research on this. These Broncos, some of them came with molded fiberglass fender flares that were real small, and you can see they followed along this body line here and went up all the way around, and that was out of the factory. And I can tell that these fenders have not been cut because there's what's left of one of the original rivet holes. There's one right there. You know, they're all along. These fenders are pretty trashed anyway. For Christmas I have asked for a grinder, a real one, because I've got one, an air controlled grinder, and my compressor can't really keep up because it's a homemade compressor. But anyway, if I get that grinder, then I'll be able to get a lot more done as far as cutting away some of this rust and figuring out where I want to go from there. So this is going to be Bronco equals rust 101. And that was common on these old Broncos, to be real rusty. So that's why parts are available. Not cheap, definitely not cheap, but available. I may have already showed you all this, but here's another spot of particularly nasty rust, and it was a common spot on these Broncos to rust out. You know, obviously this side's completely rusted through. The other side is not quite so bad, but I'll definitely find a way to fix it. Probably just torch it out and weld in a new piece there, because the door, when you lift it up and down, is kind of loose. But anyway, should be a fun ride. But you know, I decided to go on ahead and switch it back to black for just a little bit. I know it was a waste of a 99-cent can of paint, but I don't really care. I'm gonna end up grinding it all off anyway. That door didn't come out too good because I ran out of paint, but anyway, like I said, I don't really care for right now. We'll go with it.